Jonah lived in a quiet little town right by the sea. Every morning, he'd watch the waves rise and fall, like a giant blue blanket being shaken by the wind. Jonah loved God, but sometimes he didn't really love doing hard things. One sunny morning, as Jonah rested under the shade of a palm tree, God spoke to his heart. "Jonah, I want you to go to the city of Nineveh," God said. "The people there are making some unkind choices. Tell them to stop and come back to me." Jonah's eyes got wide. Nineveh. That place was loud, crowded, and full of people who didn't listen to anyone. Jonah did not want to go. He shook his head, as if he could just shake God's instructions away. "I just can't do that," Jonah whispered to himself. "I'll go somewhere far, far away instead." So, Jonah rushed down to the harbor. He found the biggest ship he could and climbed aboard, sailing in the complete opposite direction of Nineveh. He felt proud at first. "Now I don't have to go," he thought with a little smile. But the sea did not smile back. Suddenly, the wind grew angry. The waves started to thrash around like wild animals, and the sky turned dark as storm clouds rolled in. The sailors on the ship trembled with fear. "We're sinking," they cried out. "Someone has made the sea angry." Jonah felt his heart sink. He knew exactly why the storm had come. "It's because of me," Jonah said softly. "I ran away from what God told me to do." Even though he was scared, Jonah stepped forward bravely. "If you throw me into the sea, the storm will stop." The sailors didn't want to, but the waves were getting taller and louder. Finally, they carefully lowered Jonah into the sea. The very moment Jonah touched the water, the storm calmed. And the sea became still again. Jonah sank beneath the surface. His eyes closed. Just when he thought it was the end, something huge, gentle, and warm swallowed him whole. He opened his eyes and found himself inside the belly of a great big fish. It was dark, a little squishy, and smelled a bit like seaweed soup. But Jonah was safe, inside the fish's belly. Jonah knelt down and prayed, "God, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have run away. Please give me another chance." For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah stayed inside that fish, thinking, learning, and promising to do better. On the 3rd day, the fish swam toward the shore, opened its enormous mouth, and gave one giant whoosh. Jonah flew out and landed softly on the sandy beach. He stood up, brushed off the sand, and looked at the sky. He felt new inside, braver, kinder, and ready to obey. This time, when God said, "Go to Nineveh," Jonah smiled and answered, "Yes, I will go." He traveled all the way to Nineveh and told the people everything God had sent him to say. And to his surprise, they listened. They changed their ways, became kinder, and turned back to God. Jonah realized something beautiful that day. God doesn't give up on anyone, not on the people of Nineveh, and not on him. And God will never give up on you either. Wasn't that a wonderful story? It shows us that even when we make mistakes, God's love and forgiveness are always there for us. It's a great reminder about the power of second chances and listening to our hearts. If you loved this story, there are so many more adventures waiting for you. We have stories like Leo the Lion, a tale about a tiny lion with a giant heart who teaches us about courage and believing in ourselves. It's a perfect story for learning how to be brave, no matter how small you feel. Or you can join Mimi on her magical journey with the rainbow seed. It's a beautiful story about a curious little girl who discovers a glowing seed that changes colors. Mimi's adventure teaches us all about kindness, patience, and how even small beginnings can grow into something truly beautiful. These stories are filled with fun, colorful moments and uplifting lessons that will make you laugh and learn. They're perfect for bedtime, a quiet afternoon, or even sharing with your friends and family. Each one is a little reminder of how wonderful it is to be kind, brave, and full of hope. We create these stories to help you learn, grow, and see the magic in the world around you. So, which adventure will you go on next? Will you roar with Leo or plant a rainbow with Mimi? Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way, you won't miss out on any of our new stories. We have so many more heartwarming tales to share with you. See you in the next adventure.